everyone, Amanda Doan here to bring you my top 5 favorite Disney animated movies. Here we go. Number 5, Nightmare Before Christmas. I am a huge fan of claymation and stop motion. This movie completely wraps it up to a T. It's so beautiful and the artistry behind every single character and detail is amazing. The storyline between Jack and Sally is just so adorable. It makes me really love the movie, even though it's kind of short. Still love it, and it's a classic to me. Tim Burton actually drew inspiration for the film from the old Grinch, Dr. Seuss animated movie, and Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. And also, did you know that Jack had over 400 heads for each one of his little, 400 heads of different expressions to film this entire movie? Yeah. Stop motion is where the artistry is at. Boom. Number 4, Sleeping Beauty. One of the reasons is the art behind it. The story behind it is very regal and proper, and I don't see as much character development, especially with the main character, Aurora. It's more around the fairies, but it was the first film to be photographed in a super widescreen process. The layouts and the backgrounds of this film very wide and everything's open, and that prince, Philip, super hot. Number 3, Lilo and Stitch. Oh, who doesn't love Lilo and Stitch? This movie is so likable. I believe it was a turning point for Disney. Even though it was at the very end of the Disney Renaissance and people say this movie stopped the Disney Renaissance, I don't care. I think this movie is completely different from any other Disney animated movie. I mean, who couldn't love Stitch? He was so tiny and so destructible. And if you didn't notice that all of the layouts and backgrounds for the entire movie are all in watercolor, that was a first for Disney movies also. I think what's important about Lilo and Stitch is that there's a lot of character development. You see Lilo and Nani, a very broken family at the beginning of the movie. This section of Hawaii is very interesting because it's kind of a impoverished section of Hawaii, or actually whatever the island they're on, I don't really know. And then this insane, beautiful, serene nature of the landscape. And I think Disney animators and the storyboard artists really wanted to give this movie a rounding feeling instead of just kind of an upfront, not fake, but false feeling of princess and, you know, the lover kind of thing. So they wanted this movie to go from highs to lows, and it definitely did for me. Number 2, Little Mermaid. It was the first of the Disney Renaissance and completely saved Walt Disney Animation Studios. They were about to be shut down after the lackluster films of Black Cauldron and Oliver and Company, which I do like, but it didn't bring in the money for the animation studios that I needed. Walt Disney threw around Little Mermaid for a long time before he passed away, and so the animators really wanted to bring back this film and be a quintessential princess, good film for all ages to love. And in my opinion, the music of this movie really drew it in for me. This was one of Disney's, if not Disney's, first musical since, I don't know. Alan Menken, with all of his amazing songwriting, it's just made this movie for me. I love musicals, but sometimes in animated films there's just so many of them. But this movie made me want to follow the songs almost as much as I wanted to follow Ariel and if she really got her legs. My number 1 favorite movie of all time for Disney, actually it's a Disney Pixar, and it's Brave! I think Brave really stood out for the Disney Pixar genre. It was the first Disney princess movie without a huge male lead. Merida is such a strong female character. A lot of women my age, younger and older, identify with her. And at the very beginning of the movie, you catch on quickly. When she's younger and when they're in the forest, when her dad gives her bow for her first time, you want to be there with that family. You like that family dynamic already. The mom and dad, they're lovable. Merida is so adorable and it's just so precious, and then all of a sudden Mordu comes along and you automatically sense the film's plot. You know that this is the bear that they're going to be fighting. I love that about this movie. It doesn't stop. It keeps going, but it keeps me wanting more. It's not like I want to, you know, take a rest from however many songs or this character's droning on for forever. I wanted to see more. I loved the film and all of the characters in it, even the little brothers. Those were adorable. I mean, they didn't say much at all, but man, they caused havoc. And one thing I liked about Merida is that you see her still trying to find herself. She's very much a person who's turning a new leaf in her life, and she really wants to obviously control it with the whole marriage thing. But she just doesn't, her mother does not understand her, and neither side listens to each other. So this story is more about Merida and about relationships and learning how to listen to each other and know that both sides could be right. And Kelly Macdonald is excellent as her voice. Did you know that Reese Witherspoon was originally hired to play Merida? How terrible would have that been? Oh my god. I want to hear what are your top 5 favorite Disney films. Comment below. Let me know. I'd love to chat with you guys. Also, don't forget to subscribe, like, follow everything that is Weird Girls. We do weekly videos, and at least I do, and I'd love to hear what you guys would like me to talk about. So definitely comment below. Peace!